If you're like many high performers at the start of a new year, you may have a clear vision for what you want to accomplish and a strategy fully mapped out. And yet, while it feels like momentum should be building, your energy may be telling a different story. In this episode, I'm sharing what it may mean when your internal energy doesn't match the pace you thought it would have, and how honoring this season becomes the very thing that helps you create what you most desire this year. Hi, welcome to the podcast. I'm Sheila Botello, and I believe true success is built from the inside out. This minisode is designed to help you live into what lights you up this week. Today is a special day in our home. It's my husband's birthday, and it's my youngest son's birthday as well. He turns 18. I have to pause as I say that because it feels surreal saying it out loud. So much has happened over the last 18 years. And I find, especially with these two having a birthday on the same day, I notice something about milestones landing on the same day that really gives me a sense of pause, because I'm able to slow down and really realize how much life is happening all at once. I recognize how quickly the seasons have been moving and how much has been shifting underneath the surface as well. And maybe that's why this moment feels a little extra tender for me, because honestly, the last month has felt quite heavy. If you've been following my story, we had a recent loss in our family, and it's something that's very human. It's something we all experience at various points in our life. And I've just noticed that witnessing my family move through all of this, that when we slow down, it's when we see all that we've really been carrying and we feel it in our bodies. We're absorbing new information, recognizing old emotions that come up, and having unexpected feelings surfacing after the fact as well. And I noticed something about myself. As a non-emotional sacral manifesting generator, my clarity and momentum come from what lights me up, from that internal spark, from my body saying yes to something. And lately, that spark has felt quieter, just softer. It's still there. And the interesting thing about that, though, is I know it's by design. We go through things and we need to experience them fully. And so we use extra parts of ourselves during different times. And also, I look to what's happening in the Northern Hemisphere here, a beautiful snowy winter where I'm invited to slow down. I'm invited to get quiet. And what's interesting is that the moment I get with clients, the moment I'm, doing business, it all comes back online. And I love that. I think it's because I love my work and the transformation I get to facilitate, which is a beautiful thing to witness. That part of me is very much alive. And I haven't, up until recently, had the same capacity to sustain output in the way that I normally do. And hello, don't we all go through seasons like that? That's called being human, right? So when I'm recording this, a few cancellations opened up on my calendar, and I had a familiar instinct kick in. And this is the point of this episode, for you to recognize and maybe take a little peek into your own world to see if this impacts you in the same way. So I had an opening on my calendar, and I said, oh, great. Now I can catch up. Now I can just push through a few more priorities, get some things off my plate. And yet my body had a completely different plan. It was a very clear no. We're going to rest. And for the first time in a while, instead of negotiating with myself, I listened and I said, okay, let's rest. Because this feels like the end of one cycle and the beginning of another. And my personal system is asking for recalibration, and the acceleration can wait for later. I know this intellectually. I teach this. But when you're actually in a season like this, it's so easy to forget a simple truth. This is something that needs to happen for us sometimes. The fact that I'm just in a cycle. Some days feel really expansive. Some days feel heavy. Some days you're integrating things that you didn't even realize were still present. And if you're experiencing this right now, especially in January where there's so much pressure to be on again. Let this be your permission to honor what's real for you in your life right now. Because you don't create sustainable momentum by overriding your body. You create it by listening to your body. And this is exactly why expansion season exists. It is not about pushing harder or doing more or about doing another thing to just get through. It's a way of building your life and business that honors your actual human capacity while still moving you toward what matters most to you. And it's for people who are holding a lot, who are leading a lot, and choosing to rise without burning themselves out to do it. So if you're feeling the pull to move through this whole year differently and onward, with support, structure, and a space that actually gives you energy, the waitlist for expansion season is open. You'll know if it's for you, and you can see more details in the show notes to check it out. But for now, check in with yourself. What do you need right now? You know you best, and you get to trust yourself, because when you do, you build your self-trust to be able to accomplish everything else you dream of for this coming year. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you on the next episode.